Passing Energy with your host, Priest. With your host, Priest. When this smoke starts yapping, that's it. Priest. When that's it, you're going to be enlightened and entertained. And that's it. Hey guys, Priest here, and welcome to another episode of Passing Energy. And I'm here to talk about this not so much new story. It's all about Cam Newton, what he said that went viral a few weeks back. And my thing is this, guys, just for people who come in and go in for the podcast or on YouTube or whatever podcast streaming service you're listening to, I have to make sure that I'm in the best mind frame, because passing energy, I had to pass on to y'all a fulfilled or energized emotion that it could connect to you as the listeners, so y'all could process what I'm saying properly. So I had to make sure I'm all centered before I record anything, but I hope and pray that my commentary is strong enough to keep y'all going, even if it's not consistent all the time. So it is what it is as I get better. I want to talk about this whole thing with Cam Newton because the hypocrisy is so insane, and I think it's time for, I'm sure a lot of people have this type of conversation, but time for me to address it on my platform. I want to play y'all what he said, so y'all have a little refresher, and let's go from there.
A woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that, no, baby, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
Okay, so you heard what Cam Newton said, that women don't know how to be quiet. Women call themselves bad bitches, but they don't know how to cook or clean or cater to a man.
The scene, I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring.
And yada, yada, yada. So people mostly women got butthurt over his statement. Now, let me say this on the record. Do I personally agree with what he said? Not necessary. Do I think it's dated? Yes, his thought process. But it's his opinion. But hold on, guys. Let me say it first, because sometimes y'all forget. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube or whatever platform you listen to. Please make sure you're subscribed to Passing Energy. Make sure you rate the podcast. Like it, share it. Comment with your friends, guys. I know sometimes, because I'm the type of person, I'm a visual person, but not so, because I got better over the years, but my attention span is very short. Play the video in the background. It is a podcast. You don't have to sit down and watch the screen. You could be doing what you gotta do, and and let my words marinate in your mind. So please, guys, please like it. Like, share, and comment your opinion. It means the world to me and help grow the channel. Thank you. Anyway, so like I said, I do think what he said is dated. My thing is, I never understood why people get so crazy over someone else's personal opinion on what they view is acceptable for them. I don't get it. I don't get it. The common thing that I've heard all the time scrolling through social media is the fact that women like to say, "Oh, men instead of women business. When men always."
Let me just say this, girl. Let me just say this, Greg. This is what you need to do. You need to stay out of women's business. You are causing problems. You are the only husband, boyfriend, fiance that gets involved in women's business. We happen to like Peter a whole lot better than Patricia.
What woman business was I getting
You
involved
always involved. What we do as women is between us. You need to roll with these fellas and not try to roll with these women.
I don't roll with nobody, baby.
Okay, well, you need to stop trying to roll with the women, okay? You need to stay out of women's business. You stop trying to be a damn bitch. Peter is always in the women business. Are you Peter or are you Patricia? Because we need to figure this out.
always judging women, and I'm trying to figure, so women don't have no opinion about men, zero. Like, they just accept men for what they are. They have no expectation for a man.
Preferably more money than me.
Preferably.
What
if they don't?
If they don't, we can work it out.
Okay.
We can work it
But
out.
it has to be somewhere in the immediate vicinity.
I would
somewhere
hope
close.
because I don't I will help, of course, but I don't want to be the man in the relationship.
Provider. Yeah.
No. But I will. I see Nicki Minaj is happy. I will definitely. I would do that.
Heard the rumors.
What's
the rumors?
They
call him Christy.
Now, where did you hear that from?
I have been in Hollywood for 20 years. I have worked with her when she was on Living Single, honey. He's called Chrissy. And I'm not talking about Three's Company.
Stop! He's high strung and a little sassy.
He's not like a masculine man.
Real delicate.
I can't tell you if he can host Fashion Queens or not. But he has been on Broadway, he says, a few times, and he does tap dance.
Girl, he's a regular Bojangles.
I never got a gay vibe from Chris.
First thing that comes up when I Google his name is Kim Fields and her fruity baby's father. There was some things said about your husband being fruity or gay.
Don't let me cut these chicks right now with my mouth.
They have zero. It's just, you come as you are. There's no thought process that goes into how women view men. Like, really? Now, I do know there's double standard for men and women, because there's a lot of stuff that men can do that women can't do, and vice versa. And we could go down that list. But right now, let's focus on this particular thing about men having opinion about women and what they deem is lady or ladylike or whatever. I find it very interesting that women say all the time that, oh, a man should provide. A man, if you're going on a date, a man should take care of the bill. A man should open the door for you. A man should protect you. A man should be strong and, tough. These are the quote-unquote blueprint of old school men. But when a man says that he wants the old school woman, it's a problem. Why? You want benefit off of the traditional man that you're used to, that your father might have been, your grandfather might have been. But when a man said he wants the traditional woman that his mother used to be or his grandmother is, you're saying that you trying to hold me down, you trying to control me, you trying to suppress me. What? So just how you like a traditional man, he can't feel the same thing about you? And this is why I had a problem with this. My page is very controversial, and hey, it is what it is. Let's bring it on. This is why I had a problem with the feminist movement. It's that, what are y'all actually after? Because equal rights, equal pay, I'm all for that. But when is it going to be the fact where you're just becoming bullies yourself and you're trying to suppress men? I just feel like that's what y'all doing. Y'all took the power from the men and said, okay, I'm going to suppress you now. That's where you're heading towards, because men should just be quiet while y'all have every say. And this reminded me of a thought of when me and my dad had a conversation. I was telling him that a few years ago, we was talking about equal rights for women and everything. And then my dad said that, women don't really want equal rights. They want complete control, which is true, because women want to benefit off of the traditional home, but they don't want to be that traditional woman. They want to be the modern women. Like I said earlier, me personally, I don't align with Cam Newton's thought process about women because they're dated. I can't align with that because I'm not a traditional man. And I can't expect a traditional woman because I'm not, quote unquote, a traditional man. I have a lot of somewhat conservative views, but I still a little liberal in certain ways. So I can't expect so much of a woman. I always look at a partnership as like, okay, we could build off of each other's strength and weakness. And that's why I always tell my friends or people I know, it doesn't have to be this whole thing where back in the day where women only do certain things. The reason why women stay at home and cook and clean is because there was not a lot of jobs for women. Only so much women could have done back in the day. So that's the reason why there was this house woman and all these other stuff. Now women could do a lot of things, And there's another conversation me and my dad had, the fact that when women is like, oh, they say, oh, I'm used to men taking care of women and all that kind of stuff, women not to pay no bills. Yeah, because they didn't have to work. And the crazy thing about it, the fact that when men pay everything and own everything, that was their way to control the women and control the household. But when you have a woman who's independent, who could pay her own bills, she has her own job, everything in the house is 50-50, you can control her like how your grandfather used to control your grandmother, and your grandmother really had much to say in the home. You can't say you want that, but on still you won't be modern. We gotta give and take. We gotta move away slowly, not fully, because a lot of stuff that we could learn from the past, we could keep the same values, but just tweak it. I don't think we should just throw away all the traditional values of the past. Just throw it away and scatter, and be like, I'm done with it. No, we could evolve from it. Because there's a lot of truth in a lot of our old school teaching. But I just feel like we gotta honestly, truly have critical thinking. Critical thinking, not everything is a moment, because Cam Newton talked about men and what men should do, but somehow that was lost in translation. Everyone just focused on what he said about the women. And the media love to salacify everything. They love drama, they're going, and they know how sensitive certain topics are. And I'm gonna tease my way into something, because another podcast I want to cover is the fact that when you suppress a group of people and they rise in our power, they start to make drastic decisions because of their trauma. And that's another topic I won't go into when it comes to like the Black community or the LGBTQ. Sorry, I get those letters mixed up so bad. But I no disrespect to that community. But a lot of time when you have suppressed groups, they get into the room or get in a place of power and they make very drastic decisions. So that's coming to the feminine movement, where they get this level of power, but then they make drastic rules and drastic thought process that is borderline little bit insane and very hypocritical. That's crazy. And women came a long way, and I commend the women who came before the modern women, who created the blueprint and who made the way possible for women to be in the position they are right now. I commend them. But at the end of the day, you still should not want to forget where you came from. Because are you going to chastise your mom, your grandmother, your grandfather, your dad, who still have traditional values? Where's that same energy for your parents or your grandparents, who you in the home know they're very traditional? You're not canceling them, but you're going to cancel Cam Newton. We got to keep that same energy, and we need to create safe places where we could have conversations instead of always trying to blame and chastise. People, oh, jeez, that's one drama. They're not looking for solution, looking for drama. Let's be so open where we can accept different dialogues. Now, if we going back and forth, and there's no common ground, then we learn to say, you know what, we, like my dad would say, we splitting hairs, and we gotta agree to disagree and move on. You're not gonna sleep with Cam Newton. You're not dating Cam Newton. Move on. There's a lot of special to see. There's a lot of men who fit the roles that particular woman wants. The same thing, there's a lot of women who fit the role what Cam Newton wants. So there's a lot of efficiency. Let's stop making everything a big deal. He did not say nothing different than what I would hear in a local church. So what are you gonna do? Are you canceling the church now? Y'all ain't ready for that type of conversation. Are you gonna cancel the church? Are you gonna cancel certain portions of the Bible? You know what I mean? Y'all be the same set here, setting these little think pieces and writing these all commenting and all kind of garbage, but y'all writing these same homes, benefiting off of these traditional ways. But anyway, guys, I don't make it too long because I am very lazy when it comes to editing. After a couple of minutes of hearing my voice, I go. So I had to give myself time to edit. If it's too long, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I have a attention span of an ant. So guys, like I said, please like, share, comment. Please, I want to know your opinion. Please. So if y'all listening on the YouTube, please leave a comment, or you can message me. Or if people listen on streaming services, you can message me on my Instagram or whatever, TikTok, follow me, Host Priest, Instagram, Passing Energy, and let's have a conversation. This whole point, I'm opening the door to having these type of conversations that make people a little uncomfortable, but uncomfortable conversation open doors to great solutions. You know? But anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think, like I said. And until next time, peace.